Ada keringnya nih loh. Lihat ada keringnya.
Assalamualaikum, Mbak Leva. Belum dimulai?
Anu Pak, ini Pak Joko sedap.
Selamat siang.
Pak Joko, saya teleponnya.
Ya.
Tes suara saya nggak muncul ya?
Muncul.
Oh, muncul.
Ya.
Ini jadi rupanya Pak Joko ada kendala masuk ke ruangan ini. Jadi mungkin bisa saya gantikan mungkin ngeten nggih.
Mulai Pak. Tapi Prof harapannya belum hadir.
Sudah Pak.
Harapannya sudah hadir dari tadi malahan.
Oh, yaudah. Mulai aja.
Langsung disampaikan, Mbak.
Sekedap. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Now we are in the session of visiting professor with Mr. Assistant Professor Dr. Kajorn Sakbuarapan. Mr. Buarapan, welcome to the Yogyakarta State University again this year. And in this year, we do the visiting professor session in different ways. In previous session, we do the visiting professor session by face-to-face, but today we do the visiting professor by online. Before we start about the general lecturer, let me to introduce the curriculum vitae of Dr. Buarapan. Date of birth, he was born in 5 August in 1975. His citizenship is Thai. You can contact with him in this email. He is lecturer in Institute for Innovative Learning in Mahidol University in Thailand. Work experiences, he works since 2008 until now. Oh, excuse me. He works since 1997 until now, and now he is a lecturer in the Mahidol University. He get his PhD degree from Rajabat Institute, Chiang Rai, Thailand, and his PhD degree in Khalsetrat University, Bangkok, Thailand. His PhD thesis entitled "The Development and Exploration of Reservist Physics Teachers' Pedagogical Content Learning from a Methods Course to Teaching Practice," and get the 1970 Thesis Award at the Office of the National Research Council of Thailand. His teaching experiences including in undergraduate, graduate diploma program in teaching science professions, master degree, and doctoral degree. In doctoral degree, he is general science education. He teach in general science education as course coordinator and co-instructor, and as analysis of research in teaching science as co-instructor. The research of experience in 2003 until 2004, research about developed research intervention and practice research in science education at the Centers of Science and Technology Education Centers in University of Waikato, New Zealand. And in 2010 and 2014, he is editorial review board of the Journal of Science Teacher Education. Journal of Science Teacher Education include in Scopus, Mr. And get Q. Okay, and here his research interest is about in pedagogical content knowledge, nature of science, science teacher professional development, teaching and learning science and physics. His publication includes 2 papers of journals. For example, in 2009, Stay in Service Teacher, Science Teacher Conception of the Nature of Science, published in Journal of Science and Mathematics Education in Southeast Asia. And in 2011, he published about embedding nature of science in teaching about astronomy and space, and published in Journal of Science Education and Technology. And articles, including since 2005 until 2009, and 1 book which titled as Easy Qualitative Research, which published in Bangkok by Coma Design and Print. Academic service experience, he is guest lecturer on qualitative research, pedagogical content knowledge, science teaching technique, etc. For Mr. Buarapan, today we will learn about a lot of things from Mr. Buarapan, and Widi, maybe anything else to say?
Thank you. Welcome, Ajan. We meeting again in visiting professor. We have second. It is the second time for you to visit as a visiting professor. This is the second time. So, but we have a new student. It is different from the before from student. Today. We will study about electricity and mathematics. Yeah. Maybe you can start from now to teach us from the knowledge about electricity and mathematics.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Ajahn.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, Ajahn.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Okay. So now the students at their home, right? Or in the same room?
Different home.
The student in the same room or at their home?
At home.
At home. Okay. So that's COVID-19, right? Okay. So okay, because it's online sessions, right? So I may take the Zoom meeting and try to share the content that I had prepared for you. Also, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so the student is what year? What year? Major physics, what year?
This is a science education student in the second year,
Okay, so
third
the
semester.
topic today is about the capacitor. Okay, good morning, Saba. Hello. So yeah, okay. So I will
Asal
share this.
siapa?
Yeah, Saba. So I try to share the screen to you right now. Okay, that's my knowledge is that I prepare for you, but I will give you later. Okay, so we talk about the capacitor. So if you did not hear my voice clearly, you can tell me that, Ajahn, could you please speak louder? But I try to speak at my normal level. Okay, what is the capacitors? Okay, I combine two lessons together. Capacitors with and without dielectric. Okay, so I try to start with the meaning of capacitors. So the capacitor in the English word come from the capacitance or the capacities. So the capacity is the ability to store or contain in terms of electricity. A capacity is a device. A capacitor is a device used to store electric charge. Normally, you see the capacitors generally in a normal electric circuit. For example, even though in your mobile phone, if you open it, you will see that the circuit with a small capacitor inside that, like it try to be like you use the alternative current, right? But when you try to convert into the direct current, so the capacitor will help you to store the electric charge for you and make the current to be smooth as it can be. So that is very important functions of capacitors. Okay, so the capacitor has the applications, several applications in our everyday life. Okay. So I will show you like one photo to show you the picture. So I try to use my computer. Okay, can you see that? That is the capacitors. Okay, in a variety of forms or format, and you can see that maybe it's a cylinder one, and maybe it's have like a different forms. Okay, but inside that, if we focus on the cylinder capacitor, you see that they're combined with the metal plates and dielectrics. So I will describe to you later about what is the dielectric, what is the plate, and what the role of it. Okay, that is different forms of capacitors in our everyday life. Okay, several forms. And what is the concept in physics behind the capacitors? So I'd like to show you here. So I have one worksheet for you to do as a group. Okay, I think that Zoom can break out in a small group or small room, right? So I will start with the simulations that created in PHET or PET is the PET simulations about capacitor lab. And I let you to work in group of 6, okay? 6 persons combined in a group or in the same room. And I like you to go to the link of PET simulations. It's a capacitor lab that I will show you soon. And I like you to see that the relationship between the separations and capacitance, the relationship between plate area and capacitance, and as well as the relationship between those T variable, that is separation, plate area, and capacitance. Okay, that is the worksheet that I would like you to finish maybe about 20 minutes. but I like to show you about the simulation first. Okay, here that is a link. I will provide a link to you to chat. Okay, that is a link. Oh, okay, so everyone has a link already, but I like to show you right like here that. Okay, I will share the screen of pet simulation here. Okay, can you see the screen of Capacity Lab right now?
Yes,
PET?
sir.
Okay,ครับ. So from that worksheet, I like you to see the relationship between. So you see here, this is a separation. See that it is the range that you can set from separation. You can drag the arrow here, okay, to make it further or to make it closer, okay, and you can here. Yeah, you see. Sorry that the display may be a bit slower than that. I try to move it. Okay, so it ranges from 5.0 millimeters to the maximum is 10 millimeters, and then that is separations. So you make it further or nearer. Okay, and the plate area you see here, the plate area is set at the minimum value is 100 millimeters square. And then similarly, you can drag the arrow here. It's a two-head arrow here to make it larger area. And you can observe the change of capacitance here from the level of green bar here, right that. So I like you try to play with these simulations. For example, if I set the plate area to be smallest place area at the minimum, that is 100 millimeters, right? I can play with the separations from 5 millimeters here. So I will record in the worksheet that I will send you through the to the chat, maybe, and then you can observe that. You can record that. Okay, if you make the separation at 5 millimeters and you make the plate area at 100 millimeters, so you got the capacitance is 0.18 multiplied with 10 subscript minus 12 for farad, for example. You record that in the table. Okay, so from these simulations, I like you to play with the separation first, and then play with plate area, and then record the capacitance, and then I will give you maybe a random 2 or 3 groups to present your findings to us. Okay, the separations of plate area that you choose may be not the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. Maybe not. How do we call? Maybe has like a decimal, like a 5.5. If you like to play with 5.5, that's okay. It's not just 5.0 or 6.0. But if you would like to play with 6.5, that's okay. You just try to adjust here to see. Yeah. For example, if I move the arrow here to 9.1, that's okay. So we did not anticipate that you will come up with only 5, 6, 7. No, not right there, but any kinds of value that you would like to play. Just see that what the change of capacitance in that case. Okay. So how can I give you the file of worksheet? I try to attach the file of worksheet to you here. Okay. Is this work or not? I'm not sure, but I will try from my file in my PC. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that one. Let's go. Sending. Oh, why I cannot send it? Can I send to Vidi? And then you share to the students. Sorry. How can I send the file to you? Not sure. I try to send in the Zoom, but it say that network disconnect. Okay. Vidi, how can I send the file to my students there?
Any problem, Mister?
Yeah, Vidi, how can I send my file of worksheet to my students there?
What kind of problem? Excuse me?
Vidi, how can I send my file? My file is a document to my students.
Oh, Wi-Fi document.
Yeah, it's my file.
Oh, your file?
Yeah, my file, yeah. Can I send to the students?
Your file cannot be seen here.
Yeah. It go at resend and resend.
What kind of file, Prof?
It's document file.
Document file?
Yeah.
You can send in chat room?
Yeah, I try it, but it's not work.
Or maybe bigger. The size
Right.
of your files too big?
But it's only 13 kilobytes. It's very small. It's just pretty small.
The file for the Pet Colorado or another file?
Another file that I create is a worksheet for my students. Yeah, I will share to you here. I will show that. With the file like this one. Okay, it's a worksheet. Okay. Yeah, it's a worksheet like this one. Yeah, like this one. Yeah. So I like the student in group to see the relationship between the separation and capacitance. So for example, if you fix plate area at 100 millimeters, right? So I like to see that if they interest in 5.5 millimeter, and then what is the capacitance here? That's I would like to do today, okay? Through the PET simulation. But I cannot send this file to the students. Yeah, I would like to send this document file to the students. How can? Email?
Or maybe you can send the file with line or WhatsApp to
Email,
Widi
right?
Purwanto.
Yeah, Widi.
Yeah.
Widi, email.
Or live.
I haven't the contact of Mr.
Okay.
Ajan, you can send to my email and I will check email and send to students.
Yeah.
Okay, please provide your email maybe in
Okay.
chat. They say that network disconnect. I'm not sure what happened with me.
Okay, I sent to you my email.
Okay, I got it. I try to. I think that Zoom take my memory, my computer memory quite hard, so it's slow. Viti, I will send to you soon. Please, come on.
Okay, so I will check it.
Very soon. Okay. Vidi, I sent the file to you already. Okay.
Okay, I will check it. Okay, I got it.
Okay. Can I break the room now to be like a small group? Can I? Or Vidi, or you have to make for me, right?
Okay.
I think that the host can break the room into small room, right?
Okay, Pak Sabar, bisa dibantu untuk breakout room, Pak Sabar?
Yeah. Break the room. Group of 6 students.
Laifa.
Okay.
Host.
Can you make me like a co-host so I can help you to break a room maybe?
Break a room. One group 6 students. 70 bagi 6. 70 bagi 6 berapa?
And after that, Vidi, you can send the file to each group.
Okay, I will send it.
Okay, and I like each group. Okay, so
I have break the room.
Yeah, the host is inviting you to join breakout room with 10. Okay.
Mahasiswa ini dibagi ke room subroom, silahkan join ke room yang sesuai.
Ajan dibikin jadi co-host.
Ajan dibikin jadi co-host, oke.
Ya, biar dia bisa pergi-pergi.
Oke. Sudah. Yang belum masuk room 1, Nikmatul Izzah. Room 3, Atika Dewi Meizariko belum masuk. Room 5, Lutfani belum masuk room 7. Zaida belum masuk room 8. Tumiati belum masuk room 9.
Ajan, you are co-host now, so you can move from one group to another group.
Nadia. Ini apa ya?
Mezariko, Nadia, silahkan gabung. Mana sini?
Acornya di mana ya, Pak? Malah nggak kelihatan.
Belum?
Bu harapannya di mana?
Oh iya, betul. Saya malah belum ngabari. Jadi kan kemarin itu saya betul Pak Dekan. Karena kalau pakai 2 Zoom kan susah kalau berhenti di tengah jalan, toh.
Ya.
Akhirnya dipinjemi Zoom dari WR4. Namun saya lupa belum masih nanti dengan masalah. Waduh, sorry. Karena harus satu rangkaian dulu Pak. Nanti keluar lagi kan nggak enak. Dan ini sudah saya pesan sampai akhir bulan nanti. Oke, aman. Ngapunten, saya malah lupa ngasih tahu. Salam. Ini instruksinya tadi belum jelas kayaknya ya, Bu Leva ya.
atau yang berbeda kecepatan pemuaiannya direkatkan menjadi satu. Misalnya, bimeka terbuat dari besi dan tembaga. Sebelum dipanaskan, bimeka dalam keadaan lurus, kemudian setelah dipanaskan, bimeka akan berlaku ke arah logam besi. Yang nilai koefisiennya mengurangi koefisien muai panjangnya dari 15. Selanjutnya, apabila bimeka didinginkan akan melengkung ke arah logam. Koefisiennya koefisien muai panjangnya bisa muai. Contoh bimeka ada termostat. Kontrol suhu.
Makanya itu lagi sibuk kok. Bukan, mau main laptop dulu. Apa saya?
Kau bilang nggak bisa
Nuang apa?
makanan tumpah.
Ya.
So can we go to another room? Break room 10. I cannot join another room. I don't know why. I was assigned to room 10 only.
Mungkin di sini itu bisa.
Udah Pak, udah jadi co-host Pak.
Oke, saya dilempar dulu ke salah satu grup dulu.
Kayaknya grupnya, oh ya.
Oh sudah ini, sudah ada.
Sudah kan?
Break.
Ya silahkan jalan-jalan.
Laifa,
Ya Bu.
nanti kalau Prof manggil saya, Mbak Laifa langsung respon ya.
Iya, udah tak bilang kok. Udah tak bilang kalau Bu Widi lagi ujian, terus udah tak kasih WA sama nomor emailnya tadi, jadi beliau juga langsung email ke saya sih.
Oke.
Dek Rumanti, Meiza.
Iya, Bu.
Rumanti, kamu masuk ke room aja, masuk ke roommu.
Ya,
Kalau
kan
di
saya
sini
tadi pakai pakai
Oh
dua
ya udah,
Bu.
berarti yang satunya udah masuk.
Ya, kalau saya dimasukkan ke grup 12 bisa nggak ya, Bu? Grup
Kalau yang
12
di sini nggak bisa ya, Dek.
Oh, nggak bisa ya, Bu? Soalnya kalau
Sebentar, kamu sekarang posisinya di grup mana?
kalau yang di laptop itu di grup 11, tapi kalau yang di HP di grup 12, Bu.
Jadi kamu pintanya yang 11
Masuk
jadi
ke grup 12.
Oke,
Masuk ke 12, Bu.
11 dipindah ke 12.
Iya.
Oke, udah.
Sudah, Bu.
Sudah. Yang sudah. Sudah ya, Dek ya?
Why I can join only the group, the room number 10. I cannot join other room. Okay.
Mr. Buarapan?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe after break room, the co-host not to be the co-host lagi ya. Excuse me. I think you are co-host now. But I have set you as co-host now.
Okay. Thank you. So that I
Sorry.
can join only one room.
I'm so
That's
sorry.
fine. That's okay. We learn from the technology. Don't worry.
Ajan, you are co-host, no? So you can move from one group to another group. It's okay.
Okay. ครับผม Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So you go to the group, join breakout room. But can I share my screen? Okay. You see my
Laifa,
screen?
you can.
Laifa, when
Yes. What?
When I think on that, it show me that you bring aside to break our room number 10 only. So I don't know why I cannot join other room. Can you see the screen?
Yes, I see the screen.
Yeah. Join breakout room, and when I click it show that you have been assigned to breakout room number 10 only.
We have meet in the room ya. The 10 room.
Coba dibawa ke salah satu room, nanti baru bisa. Dipanggil lagi.
How can I go to other room like
Oh ya. Nah, beliau itu sekarang
sudah bisa sekarang.
Ya.
Tapi dia harus dipanggil dulu, Bu. Dipanggil ke salah satu grup.
Oh ya.
Baru kalau di dalam dia bisa pergi-pergi.
Dah. I have moved you to the room 4.
Ya.
Okay, I will check it. Oh yeah.
Pak Sabar, jadi tadi kalau misalnya co-host ada break room, itu nanti dia otomatis co-hostnya non-aktif ya?
Enggak non-aktif kok. Bisa. Tinggal bisa nanti ya? Kalau asal sudah dipanggil, kalau sudah masuk di grup dia bisa jalan-jalan kok.
Oh, tapi tadi kasusnya Bu Harapan sama kasusnya Pak Sabar, kan awalnya semuanya co-host. Tapi
Enggak, karena saya mungkin tadi sempat keluar saya.
Oh gitu.
Coba sekarang saya dibawa ke room 4 biar ngikuti Bu Harapan.
Pak Sabar nggak bisa muncul ke roomnya tuh Pak?
Enggak, kalau sudah di luar nggak bisa, harus dipanggil.
Oh gitu, kecuali hostnya yang bisa jalan-jalan. Oh, kalau co-host itu berarti harus dimasukin ke room,
harus masuk dulu.
Masuk room baru nanti dia bisa jalan-jalan.
Bisa pergi-pergi ya.
Oh ya, sebentar tak nyari nomornya dulu Pak Sabar di
room 4, coba ke room 4.
Room 4. Enggak ada nama Pak Sabar room 4.
Enggak dibawa ke room. Saya masih di main room. Saya masih di room utama ini.
Sebentar.
Terus sekarang saya di move ke room 4.
Saya nggak nemu nama Pak Sabar ya. Di mana-mana nggak nemu. Sebentar.
Nyarinya di atas, di yang belum join.
Yang belum join tuh tadi iya kan udah, kalau yang belum join udah langsung tak. Oh, Pak Sabar itu di room 11 Pak, tapi jenengan belum join di room 11. Saya tak lempar dulu ya ke room
4 coba, dilempar ke room 4.
Oh iya salah. Dilempar ke room 4. Oh iya sama Bu Harapan. Sudah Pak.
Ya. Belum.
Barawannya udah balik sini lagi.
You still cannot
room number 4, that
to
okay.
another group? Bu Harapan?
Yeah. Can you bring me to another room, please? Maybe room number 2. I like to check whether they understand the test or not.
Okay, I will move you to room 5.
Okay, please.
Pak Sabar juga udah tak pindah ke room 5 kayak Bu Harapan.
Kok nggak bisa ya? Kok nggak ada yang manggil ya? Belum ada panggilan tuh? There are no invitation to go to room 5.
Ini jadi yang tampak kayak gini. Kayak gini kan? Jadi room 5 ini sudah ada nih. Bu Harapan. Oh, Bu Harapan udah bisa masuk, udah masuk. Pak Sabarnya yang not join ini loh.
Berarti saya yang harus, mungkin saya leave dulu lah karena mungkin bermasalah. Oh, sudah bisa.
Bisa, Pak?
Oke, sudah bisa.
Iya. Bu Widi, selamat ujian ya. Dek Dianti tadinya kelompok berapa, Dek?
Kelompok Fatimah, Bu.
Iya, kelompok berapa ya?
Kurang tahu. Saya tadi mau masuk tuh susah ya, Bu.
Fatimah. Mana Fatimahnya? Lah, nggak nemu nama Fatimah, Dek. Selain Fatimah, siapa lagi? Selain nama Fatimah, siapa lagi, Dek?
Sebentar Bu, saya tanya dulu.
Oh, Fatimah tuh Zahro.
Iya Ibu.
Kelompok 2 ya.
Ya.
Udah di set, Dek. Kamu tinggal join ke kelompok 2. Mbak Indara teriak-teriak.
Terus ini yang dipanggil sama perawatnya biasanya. Karena periksa dokter dekat rumah, karena tangga kan jauh. Makanya tangga juga.
Mbak Elvi, kamu awalnya kelompok mana, Dek?
Ini Bu, tadi keluar.
Kelompok berapa tadi?
5.
Mbak Bernadetta tadinya kelompok berapa? Mbak Bernadetta? Halo? Mister, any other plan for the meeting? We wait the student to join to the back to the main room, or still give them more times to discuss. Mister, you are still
Yeah,
mute.
okay. I think most of them are on the conclusion, so maybe we wait for about 5 minutes.
Okay, five
Yeah.
minutes. 5
Okay.
minutes.
And then let them go to the main room.
Okay.
ครับผม
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Buaravan. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, my name is Joko. Yeah, Mr. Joko. I'm one of the lecturer from Science Education of University of Yogyakarta. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I have a trouble to join this Zoom meeting. Yeah.
That's okay, Joko.
But
Thank you
I
so much
follow.
for your
Yeah.
participation.
Yeah. Okay. I follow from YouTube. Yeah, and now I can able to connect with the Zoom. Yeah. 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 I enjoy
Okay.
the pet simulation. Yeah. I did. Yeah, the simulation and I'm waiting for the result of the student now. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Thank you very much,
Okay,
yeah, Mr.
good.
Buaravan. Yeah, welcome to
ครับ
our
ผม
even though we are meeting with
But this year is quite not good luck for us to like have a Zoom meeting
yeah,
lecture
yeah.
rather than go to face lecture, right?
Yeah. I'm working from home. Yeah, and that is why sometimes the net but it's not so good. Yeah, sometimes the signal very low. Yeah, that is the very frequent happen in our situation. Yeah. Okay.
And you still work from home, Joko?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Every day, right? Do you
Every
have
day. Yeah.
a timetable
Only.
to go to
Yeah.
university?
Yeah. We are allowed only 3 days in a week. Yeah, to come to our university. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Maximum 3 days in a week. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But now, but Mr. Buaravan, you are going to your university every day?
No, only meeting. Yeah, only meeting with
only
the
meeting. Okay.
with the staff. Yeah, we go to have a meeting. But
Okay,
in a lecture, we have like an online lecture. We are WebEx, WEBEX, WebEx meeting online. Yeah, you use Zoom meeting, right? But we use a WebEx meeting.
Right. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
And
But
now,
in the next semester, we will be like a face-to-face activity. Because the situation COVID-19 here in Thailand is better right now, so we plan to the back to the routine operation.
Yeah. Hopefully. Like
Yeah,
that.
hopefully. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now the student is still working in group now, right now, here.
Yeah, but I think
we are going to our lecture.
Yeah.
They are still working in their own group.
Yes, but I have closed all breaking rooms, so they will back to the main room at 50 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I changed with the new signal. Yeah, using a Telkomsel. Yeah. In the morning, I had a web meeting using Indosat. Yeah, but it was a trouble, so I changed. Yeah, I use my daughter. My daughter account now. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, the students back already.
Halo Pak
Right
Sabar,
now?
sorry ya, saya bisa join sekarang.
54
I
students.
already successful to join this Zoom meeting, Pak Sabar, Mr. Sabar. Pak Sabar, do you hear me? Okay, yeah.
He's robot, Sabar. He's robot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, right now, yeah. Now the real one. Now the real one.
Arianto call me.
Yeah.
What again? Sorry.
Okay.
Sabar has twin.
Yeah, I have changed from Indosat to Telkomsel. Yeah, but now working very well. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we now finish the simulation lab on the capacitor. Okay, so I do randomly sampling the group number 1, 5, 9, and 12 to present their works. Okay, congratulations. So shall we start from the group number 1, please? So you can share your content, maybe your table of the result for us. Yeah, and your conclusion as well, please.
Sometimes they are quite shy, so it's better you just mention, yeah, you just mention the name if you can recognize, yeah, Mr. Budawan.
I don't know their name in group.
Okay,
right?
yeah,
So,
okay,
yeah. I know only the number of group number 1,
number of group.
5,
Okay.
9, and 12. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who
The representative of the group can share the content.
Just choose the number of the group, Mr.
Yeah, group
Maybe
1,
you
5,
can choose
9, and 12.
group 5, 9, and 12.
1, 5, 9, and 12.
1, 5, 9, and 12. Okay.
Yeah. Please.
Okay.
Group 1.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So we go to group 1.
Yes.
Please share your content, your table, and then your conclusion to us, please.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay. Hello, everyone. This is our
result.
Yes.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We move to the conclusion first. Can you drop it down?
You go to the table. Yeah, you show the table.
Okay.
And what you have seen on the table, and tell us the meaning of the table, please. Yeah.
Okay. So first, the table 1 is the relationship between separation capacitance. For the first separation, we use 5 millimeters, and the capacitance is 1.77
times 10 to the power of minus 13.
13, yes. So the data below is the separation is increased and the capacitance is decreased.
Decrease, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Can we move to table 2 or should I?
Please, yeah. Go to table 2, please.
Okay. In the table 2, we know the relationship between plate area and the capacitance. For the first data, we use 100 millimeters
square,
and the capacitance is 1.77 times 10
to the power
of
minus 13. Yeah,
yes.
Okay.
And the data below is the plate area increased and the capacitance also increased.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Next table, please.
Table 3.
Okay. In the table 3, we know relationship between separation and plate area and capacitance. in the first separation, first data, it's 5 millimeters. The first plate area is 100 millimeters
Square.
and the capacitance is 1.77 times 10 equals of minus 13. And the data below, we increase the separation and we increase the plate area, and the capacitance also increased. From this data, we know that when the separation is moved further, the value of capacitance is decreased. And when the value of plate area is higher, the value of capacitance also increased. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much for the group number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good one. And then we go to group number 5, please. Fighting.
Yeah, fighting. Good. Yeah. Good motivation. Yeah. Thank you very much. You give a good motivation. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, who the
Group
who
5,
the
please.
presenter? Who the
Kelompok
presenter
5.
of group number 5?
Siapa ya? Kelompok 5.
Group 5, please.
Yeah.
Mbak Janeta. Mohon Mbak Janeta. Please your presentation.
We can move to group 9 first. Yeah. If
That's
there
okay.
is a problem with connection, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. We go to number 9 and then go to number 5. That's okay.
Ya, kelompok 9. Siapa ya? Who is the member of group 9?
Sometimes they forget with the number of the group.
The group. Okay. They do not understand the group ya. Okay.
Oh no.
Mana ini?
It's mean room. Room.
Okay.
Your
room. Okay. Mungkin Bu Laifa, if you still remember, you just mention the name ya.
I not remember.
No, I don't remember. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay, I guess.
Bu Leva, you can open the breakout menu. I think.
Yeah.
You can see.
Breakout menu. There are only breakout rooms.
No one. No name.
No name. Yes, no name.
Let me choose ya. Akum.
Yes.
Akum, you there? Do you hear me? Agum?
Agum Yudas team.
Yuda, enggak.
Yes, I hear.
Okay, yeah. Could you please present the result of your simulation?
Okay. Please wait for a minute.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, Agum, right. That's good.
Okay, just get on with it. In table 1, separation 5
millimeters.
5 millimeters. And capacitance 1.77 times 10 equals minus 13 F.
Farad, ya. Farad.
Yes.
And?
Okay. Got it. And how about the plate area and capacitance?
Yes. And
Table,
in table 1,
yeah.
we can conclude the closer the distance of plates, the higher the capacitance. To table 1, to conclude table 1.
Table 2. Loh. Ayo lanjutkan yang tabel 2. Just move to table 2, please, Agum. Or maybe there is
Table 2. Oh, in our group table 2, we do not yet exist. Excuse me.
Oh.
Oh, belum. Oke ya.
Table 2, what the
sorry.
conclusion from table 2?
Oh, in this is table 2.
Table 2 ya. Ya. Apa kesimpulannya tadi? What is the conclusion? Pak Bu Harapan bertanya ya. Apa kesimpulannya dari tabel 2? What is the conclusion from table 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, the conclusion in table 2, the higher the plot area, the higher the capacitance. This is a conclusion for table 2.
Okay.
And our group conclusion in our group, the conclusion there are 2.
Okay. Oke, tunjukkan aja langsung ke bawah. Ya.
Okay, and what your conclusion?
Ya.
What your conclusion?
Ya.
Conclusion after showing the experiment with PET simulation, capacitor lab in the B conclude 1, the longer the separation between the two capacitor, capacitance will be smaller. And conclusion 2, the higher the plot area, the higher the capacitance. This is conclusion in our group. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Yeah, very good one. Yeah, I like it. So I think that you try to practice English as well. Okay, that's your good time. Don't worry about right or wrong in English. We just try best as we can, and you have time to learn from your presentation. Okay, don't worry about you speak too slow to the wrong word. Don't worry about that. I will not concerned about that. Okay, please be relaxed in presentation. Okay. So fighting. Go to number 5 or 12. Are you ready? Group number 5 or 12. Who will first? 5.
Kelompok 12, siapa yang tadi merasa kelompok 12? Sorry, because saya tadi tidak ikut ya, belum bisa gabung tadi saya tidak tahu ya.
Kelompok 5 tadi sudah sampai grafik, kok nggak ada yang presentasi Pak Joko?
Iya, kelompok 5.
Kelompok 5 ya, sudah sampai
Kelompok
membuat grafik. Ayo,
kelompok 5 siapa saja? Bu NC, tadi kan Bu NC gabung di kelompok 5 ya?
Iya, ada Mbak Janeta.
Janeta, oke, Janet.
Bu, sebentar.
Ya, tadi sudah selesai sampai grafik. You must confident, Pak. Yo, practice in English.
Just practice your presentation. Don't worry. Yeah, just practice. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, we are lucky to have a visiting professor like Mr. Bu Harapan ya. we always motivate you, yeah, as student, yeah. So you will learn both English and physics. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Thank
will
you
not
very
kill
much,
you.
Mr.
Yeah.
Buravan, yeah. Okay,
Last year I conduct several activity, hands-on activity. It's pretty fun and learn. But in this year, because COVID-19, so I cannot go to Indonesia. So I and Ajahn Fern quite sorry about that.
Okay.
That we cannot see you in real person. So
Okay,
just
okay.
in Zoom meeting. Yeah.
Okay, hopefully
Okay.
next week, Mr. Buravan, yeah. Next, hopefully
Yeah,
next week
yeah.
we can meet
Next.
again. Yeah.
Maybe next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Okay. Who will present?
Ayo.
Please share your content.
Ayo,
Group room number 9 or sorry, room number 5 or room number 12.
Five.
Just try, please.
Right. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Okay, good afternoon. Okay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
In this morning, we will present in the moment.
This afternoon, yeah?
I'm sorry. In this moment, we will present the result of our group discussion. The first table about relationship between spiration capacitance. From the data and the graphic, we can see if the spiration increase, then the capacitance will be decreased.
Decrease, yeah.
Next, the second table about relationship between plate area and capacitance. From the data, we can see the graphic.
Graphs, yeah.
From data and the graphic, we can see if the plate area increase, then the capacitance will be increased too.
Increase, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
The third table about the relationship between spiration and plate area and capacitance. From the data, we can see if the spiration and the plate area increase, then the capacitance will be increased too. So, the conclusion is, the closer the distance of plate, the higher the capacitance. And the higher the plate area, then the higher the capacitance.
Okay. Thank you so much for your presentation. I like the representations of result through your two graph. Okay, so your group present interesting finding through graph. That is quite important. Okay, thank you so much. Great.
Great. Yeah.
So we go to the final group, the group number 12. Right. Please try. Yeah, so we see from the different presentation that in this group they use the graph to present the findings. We as scientists, we should try to communicate the result to the audience, easy to understand through graph. Even though you have the table that is easy to understand already, but graph easier to understand in the line of the graph that increase or decrease, you see it very easy. That's great for me.
Yeah. Okay, group 12.
Group 12, please.
Any of you still remember that you are a member of group 12?
Group 12, room 12.
Room 12, yeah, room
12.
Room 12, yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's so crowded. So
Ya, silakan.
Oh, sorry, because if you're so crowded, there's noise because my home is so crowded. So
Bentar.
And maybe Nur Iksan Amalia can share the spreadsheet.
Yeah, please share your table, your content. Yeah, your table.
Yeah. Nur Iksan, ya. Yeah.
Let me present our result here from table 1. We took for value of separation here, first is 5. The separation is 5 millimeters. Then we got the capacitance here 0.18 times 10.
Signal is not.
Can you hear my voice?
I can hear, but quite soft.
Bisa agak keras sedikit,
louder?
coba. Ya. Louder, please. Agak keras sedikit, coba suaranya. Atau lebih dekat ke mikrofon atau dekat laptopnya.
Ya, Pak.
Ya.
Table 1. There's table 1. We got the separation. The exam.
Yeah.
Yeah. We took the value here. It's bigger from 5 millimeters to 8.7 millimeters. Then we got the capacitance is decreased from 0.18 to 0.1. So the capacitance here, if we use the separation figure, so the capacitance here is decreased, smaller.
Yeah.
Okay, to table 2.
Yeah.
Okay,
Actually, table 2, but it is written table 1. It's still written table 1. You have to change from table 2. Yeah.
Okay. From table 2, the relationship between plate area and capacitance. The value here we took from 100 millimeters
square.
Yeah.
Millimeters square.
Yeah. To 400 millimeters square. So it's bigger. It's more bigger. So the result of the capacitance here, we got its increase from 0.18 to 0.71. So it's increased. Then for table 3, relationship between separation and plate area and capacitance here. The separations here we got bigger value. Here from 5 millimeter to 8.5 millimeter. Then the plate area here, from 100 millimeters square to 400 millimeters square. And the result of the capacitance here, it's increased. Then from the experiments that we have done, we can conclude that the nearer of the distance between the two plates, the higher the capacitance value read on the capacitance meter will be. So, second conclusion is the larger of the plate area, the higher the capacitance. I'm so nervous. The second conclusion, the larger of the plate area, the higher the capacitance value read on the capacitance meter will be.
I think that the capacitance that you record is quite high, right? I think it should be a power of minus 12 or something, right? Right or wrong?
Sorry?
The capacitance should be a power of minus 12, right? Is a power of 12. I think that's too high for the
Yeah.
Should
capacitance.
be minus 13.
Ya, ada minusnya ya, ada coba dibesarkan dulu. Could you make larger to zoom so it can be seen ya, whether it is written with minus or okay, besarkan lagi.
Oh, right. Yeah, I
because
see it.
too small ya, too small.
Okay, too small.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, good, very good. So that's correct. Because the power of it should be like a power of minus 12 or minus 13, right? Because the capacity that each capacitor can maintain is quite small. Thank you so much for your presentation. Yeah. Okay, so we go to the conclusion here, like this one. Okay, I will share my content. Okay, content here, I will share the content. Okay, here. So you have two things, right? In the experiment, so we use this one. In the experiment, you concern about two things. The first thing is about distance. Okay, here is a distance. Here is distance. So here is a distance. So you would like to see that the capacitance will have the relationship with distance, and we see that is reverse proportional to distance. Because when you place this further, the capacitance will be lower. Okay, so it means that if you place the plate further, the capacitance will be lower, decrease. Okay, and the second factors that we study in this experiment is about the area. So I like to highlight the area here. Here is the area. Okay, so we like to see that about the area, right? If you increase the area, so the capacitance will be increased. So it's like the capacitance proportional to area. And then you come up with C proportional to A and D, like this one. But if you like to convert this symbol, you have to use some kinds of constants that we call the epsilon to represent the constant here. So that is the capacitance formula. Okay, so come up from your experiment. So the thing that I would like to share you here to make the conclusion is that is the formula that come up from your experiment. That's very clear. I write it. And the conclusion that I like to make here is that to be a good science teacher, you are a good science teacher in the future, right? When we have to understand about the capacitance phenomena, that is a natural phenomena around us. We as a scientist had to understand the nature of science that we call NOS, N-O-S. Because we try to understand the world through the experiment or observations. I did not let you think on your instinct, no, but I let you to try to experiment, to record the results and make the conclusion. and then you present and argue to each other. So you present what? You present the empirical evidence to support your finding. We call that like argumentations. So you try to argue to each other what the reliable evidence you support the findings. So when you teach the students, you should give opportunity to the students to do experiment. Today, I cannot set the real experiment to you because we are on a Zoom meeting, it's online meeting, right? But I try to use the simulation for you to do the experiment because I value the experiment that will help you as students to understand the concept more than listen to me as a teacher, okay? And then you must be a scientist and learn about the nature of science. That you will get the knowledge when you do the experiment or when you do the observations. Because in some cases, you cannot do experiment on, for example, animal life. You just observe the behavior of the animal and then record the patterns of behavior. You cannot do experiment on like an animal or like a human being, for example, okay? So second thing that to be a good science teachers that I would like to focus to you today is that when you are teachers, I like you to consider to use the technology that is appropriate to teach the content. In this content today is about capacitance. And then when you search from the PSEP, the PET simulation, you will see that we have like a capacitor 2.02 version that now you can use that to teach about the capacitors. And that concept, that is knowledge of the teacher that should have, we call technological pedagogical content knowledge or PCK. So you all must have PCK before you graduate from the university. I like you to consider that whether you develop your PCK or not. Okay, so think about it. Think about how to use the technology that is appropriate to the content. Okay, and use the easy technology, easy one, appropriate one. That I think that is a very good to you as a good science teacher. So I like you all to record this in your professional pathway as well. So we go to next one. I like to show you the PET here. Just read the example to you all, okay? Just make the case to you here, okay? In PET simulations, what you have done, and I think that every group done a good job in recording the result, in observing the phenomenon through the simulations of capacitor, okay? But that is only a specific case in capacitor lab. And if you have link, you can practice more. You go to the next tab, you see the dielectric, right? You go to the next tab. You see that the first tab is introductions, and the second tab, okay? The second tab is about dielectric here. The second tab, dielectric. So now you see that you can change the material of dielectrics. So it's mean here. So you can change the dielectric from Teflon. You see Teflon 2.1. You can click down to the arrow here, and you see that the Teflons, the paper, see, and glass. See, so you see that when you try to change the material, that is the dielectrics at the middle of the plate here. So you see that there the difference between the capacitance will be changed. So the capacitance not only related to the plate area and the separation or the distance of separations, but still relate to the kinds, the type of material that had made the dielectric as well. And then when you go, you can play with this later. Okay, when you have time, you can play with that with this later. Can I change that from Teflon to paper to glass, and then you can observe the capacitance. And then at the third tab here, you have the multiple capacitors. So you can change to a single capacitor to two capacitors in series. See, you see the change of the capacitors, and you can vary the capacitor here. Yeah, you can vary the capacitor here, and you can calculate for the total capacitors. So you see a meter here, the bar, the green bar here, right? So you may add up more one capacitor in the series. That is 1, 2, 2 in the series, 3 in a series, and then 2 capacitors in parallel, 3 capacitors in parallel, or even though a mix, 2 in series and 1 in parallel. See? So the figure changed. So you see that 2 in parallel and 1 in series, what that can look like when you would try to connect the multiple capacitors. And you see that when you try to connect the capacitor in series, what happened? And when you try to connect the capacitor in parallel circuit, what happened with the total capacitance? So you see that through the PET simulations, you can learn a lot. You can learn a lot. You learn about the use of dielectric, the different materials of dielectric, and then you learn about how to connect the multiple capacitors into the same circuit, and how will to make the capacitor or capacitance the best suit to our circuits. And if you notice, you will see that the capacitance quite small, because it is about a power of minus 12 or 13 farad. That's quite small, right? Pretty small, okay? Okay, so I will stop share this one and go to my content here. Okay, here is my content, okay? From this figure, what I try to make a case here is that you see that in our everyday life, the capacitors look like the cylinder. Look like the cylinder here, like a cylinder. Yeah, like this one. But when you open the capacitor, you will see inside that the capacitor is like the left hand. You see the left hand here is like this one. Okay, platinum likes this one. But see this one. But you try to roll it here. You try to roll it. You try to roll it into a cylinder. Okay. And you place the insulation inside. You do not allow the plate to touch to each other, because it will not cause the capacitor, but it will be like a conductor. Okay, so you try to put some insulator to separate the plate from each other. Okay, and then when you connect, see, I will try to show here. When you connect the plate together, you see, I will highlight here. Another one will be a positive charge here. Will be a positive charge. And another plate will be a negative charge. Okay, will be negative charge. So that's why in the figure, the minus Q represent the negative, and plus Q represent the positive. Okay, and that is the way that capacitor do the job, to store the charge, or to store here the electric charge in the normal word or scientific word for the charge is a electric charge. Okay, so from here, if I try to make a case here, two conducting part, okay, but not touching, okay, not touching. So most of the time we use insulator like a paper, for example, and use between the plates to separate them from each other. If not, they will touch to each other and there will not be a capacitor, but will be a conductor, only a conductor, like you connect the wire to each other. And when you connect the battery into the plate, the equal amount of positive and negative charge will separate into two pairs. And then we call it charge Q. Okay, charge Q. And then the amount of charge Q depending on two major factors. Okay, see Q here? Two major factors. The first one, voltage. Okay, the first one is voltage that apply. And the second one is the physical characteristic of the capacitors, such as size. So if we're concerned about the size, so we talk about maybe a distance, like, okay. Here, what happened with the screen, I don't know. Someone try to write down something, right? Lifa? Okay, so I go to next to here. You see this figure 2, okay, you see here. So you have a plate with the equal amount of positive charge and negative charge, okay? You connect to the battery. And this can, the consequence of this one is lead to the electric field, okay? So that's we call E, right? The E, okay? So the electric field, in this case, directly proportional to Q, okay? So this one. And then we go to, okay. So the electric field directly proportional to the Q here, this one, okay? So when from the electric potential in uniform electric field, we know that V equal E multiplied with D. So it means that V is directly proportional to E. So what happened? Because Q proportional to V and V is equal to E and D. So it means that, here, okay, it means that the greater the voltage applied to any capacitors, the greater the charge stored in it. So it means that in the capacitor C, if you apply the voltage, you apply the voltage to the capacitor, the higher the voltage you apply, the higher the capacitance will be. Okay, that is the relationship between the voltage and capacitance. And then when we calculate for the charge stored in the capacitors, we go to Q directly proportional to V, right? Q proportional to V, because if you have the higher voltage, you got the Q is higher as well. If you would like to clear this symbol, you put something like a constant here. Oh no, sorry, it's not constant, it's not capacity here. So right here, if you would like to calculate for the capacitance, it will be like a charge to a voltage, okay, to a charge to a voltage. So capacitor in this meaning is amount of charge per volt, okay. So that's why the unit is about the coulomb per volt, or in another case we call farad. That is the name for the Michael Faraday. That he is a very famous scientist who contribute to the electromagnetics and electrochemistry fields. So when you charge the capacitance 1 farad, it means that it stores 1 coulomb, okay, by using only 1 volt. That we call 1 farad. That is 1 farad is very big. Okay, very large amount of charge. Okay, so in the capacitance, the range will be like from a microfarad to a nanofarad and to a picofarad. So the size or the amount of the capacitors is quite small. And it is the common capacitor that you usually see in your everyday life. Okay, they're quite small. But if you change, you see that there is the shape like this one, and the shape like this one to be like a cylinder here, and shape like this one to be like a circle here. So the size or I will call the area, okay, the area inside the capacitor, they affect the capacitance, okay. That is from your experiment. That is very easy because it's from your experiment. And then we go to the plate area here, okay. So you see here, when you place the 2 plates together and you provide the voltage, and you can make a very simple capacitors. For example, if you have a 2 plate of metal, okay, and you provide a battery to them, you can create a very simple capacitance or capacitor in this case, okay. And according to, as we know that C proportional to A and transfer proportional to D, so you go to with this one. It's a formula of capacitance in a parallel plate, okay. So C equal to epsilon 0 A and D, okay, from this one. So you see that the epsilon 0 here, you see, is a permittivity of free space, okay? Permittivity of free space, and is very quite small value of it here. It equal 8.85 multiplied with the power of minus 12 farad per meter, okay? That is epsilon 0, okay? And A is the area, and D is a distance between the plate, okay? We see the plate, that's area, okay? And the distance here, okay? So I'd like you to maybe practice with one small question, two small questions here, okay? Could you please calculate from this example, can you please calculate that one, number one, what is the capacitance? What is the capacitance C of a parallel plate capacitor with metal plates? Each area, okay, area here, area, and separate by 1.0 millimeters, okay? First one, please try first one. And number two, what charge is stored in this capacitor? In this capacitor, if a voltage of 3 multiply 3 a power of 3 volt is applied, okay? So to say, simply says 3000 volts is applied, okay? To examples. So I give you 6 minutes, 3 per each to finish these 2 examples, please.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to back to that one screen. Okay, here. Yeah, please calculate this one. C equal epsilon 0A.
Okay.
And you can input the answer in chat, please.
Okay. So how long the student you give the time, Mr. Baraban?
6 minutes. 6
ya,
minutes.
Oke, ya silahkan Anda kerjakan ya, menghitung kapasitansi kapasitor plat sejajar, ya. Kemudian setelah didapatkan harga C, maka Anda diminta untuk menghitung ya muatan yang dapat disimpan ya, Q-nya. Jadi kan Anda sudah tahu ya, muatan itu sama dengan kapasitansinya dikalikan dengan tegangan yang dipasang. Oke, silakan. Diberi waktu 6 menit ya. Apakah suara Pak Joko terdengar? Mahasiswanya semuanya? Kelas
Terdengar, Pak.
Oke, silakan. Nanti kemudian jawabannya nanti ditulis di chat ya, di chat di situ saja ya. Tadi diminta gitu ya. You just write down your answer in the chat ya. You just post on the section of chat on the right side of your screen. Is this right, Pak Mr. Budavan? What I explain to my student. Ya, mungkin baru pergi ya, baru. Silakan kerjakan dulu. Itu kalau 1,00 itu artinya 1 meter persegi ya. Ya, separated by ya, terpisah sejauh 1 milimeter gitu ya. Jadi kita harus berpikir kalau titik itu koma ya, ketika dalam ya, when we are reading the question in English, point means koma in our language, in bahasa Indonesia. Ya. So it is opposite ya. Jadi terbalik. Kalau titik itu berarti koma, kalau koma justru menjadi titik untuk angka. Sorry, I just explain the meaning of the different language, Mr. Buarawan.
Yeah.
1.00 meter square means 1 ya. Yeah. Okay, but in our language 1.3 it means 100 gitu. In our language in Bahasa ya, ya.
All right.
Yeah, so we have to be careful ya.
Yeah.
In our language, we just write down 1,00 gitu. Yeah, but English is the right one in English like this. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So my student should think, yeah, in English. Yeah, think in English, speaking in English, writing in English. Yeah. Okay.
So the context, right? The context of using English.
Yeah. Yeah.
Different, yeah. For yeah, in another country they mean different.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Very easy one for the example one.
Silahkan langsung ditulis saja di chatnya jawabannya kalau yang sudah selesai. Ini belum ada yang menjawab ya.
Okay. So I think that you got the answer, but we still have time to think about it. And Angradinda is the first person who answered through chat. Right. Okay. Oh no. Vidya. Oh, Vidya, you answered before Angura. So Vidya. A1. A1. Vidya A1 answer before Angradinda. Okay, thank you so much for your answer. Great. Yeah, keep sending your answer. Yeah. It's very easy one, right? For the first answer. Yeah, very easy one. Here, the answer is here. Okay. Yeah, 8.85. Multiply power of -9. Yeah, correct. Good. Yeah. So from the formula, right? So we enter the given value in the equations of capacitance of parallel plate capacitors. So we got 5 here. We got here the epsilon 0 here 8.8. Okay. 8.5 multiplied power of -12, and then we got 1 meter here and 1 millimeter. So you have to use a milli as a power of -3 here. So when you calculate for it, you got 8.85 multiplied power of -9, or is nanofarad. Okay, so this is the answer. So correct. Great. Good job. So the discussion is that you see that -9, okay, -9 is quite small amount, okay, small value here. See -9 here, -9, okay. So it's very difficult, to make a device with a large capacitance. See, you got 1 millimeters. Okay, see here, you got 1 millimeter, 1 meters square, right? And you get only 8.85 here. So quite small, pretty small. So maybe sometimes you have to use special techniques. Okay, maybe you have to roll it into a cylinder, use a very large area. So large area, how to make it larger? So you roll it. So you got the area is higher. Okay, so that is the techniques that you use to create the higher capacitance. So the second one, and I saw your answer is correct as well. Okay, so you calculate for the Q equal to C multiplied by V, and when you use the given value, and C is a represent of this one, and V is the one, and you got 26.6 microcoulomb. Okay, great, it's correct, right? So from the chat I saw that correct. And we go to dielectrics. So the previous example highlight the difficulty in storing a large amount of charge in capacitors. If D, okay, D here, D is made smaller to produce a larger capacitance. You see here, D. So if you make D smaller, okay, it can produce a larger capacitance. So the maximum voltage can be reduced proportionally to avoid breakdown here. So you go to here. Using dielectric, okay, using dielectric. An important solution to this difficulty is to put an insulating material, okay, we call dielectric, between the plates and allow D to be as small as possible. So if you place two plates and make it nearer, so it means that you try to limit the distance. So you make the distance smaller and make the capacitance greater, right? As I draw here that. So D is lesser, so C is higher. But many insulators can withstand greater electric field than air before breaking down. So we try to use different kinds of material to make dielectrics. So depending on the material, and what the material represent what? Represent the factor K that we call dielectric constant here. So you see here, dielectric constant. So it means that if you use different material, you come with different factors of K or dielectric constant. And the dielectric constant K for various materials are different, okay? So the table 1 here represent the dielectric constants K at various materials at 20 degrees Celsius. See, the vacuum is equal 1. Air. See, the nylon, the paper that you are accustomed to, right? The paper. And water, the Teflon, the silicone oil. You see, that is a K value of the dielectric constant. Okay. Okay, that is the example of table 1 that we try to calculate for the dielectric strengths for several materials. That I will not go to detail that. I think that's I like to show you one of the video here to make you more understand about the capacitors. So I like to share one short It's a short clip to explain about the capacitor. How can I share? Share. Oh, what? My video. Why it's share the screen or not? Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Very clear, yeah. Okay, I did.
Can you see? Can you hear the screen?
Is dangerous and be fatal. You should be qualified and competent to carry out it.
Can you hear the sound?
Yes, yes.
Guys, Paul here, engineeringmindset.com. In this video, we're going to be looking at capacitors to learn how they work, where we use them, and why they're important. Remember, electricity is dangerous and can be fatal. You should be qualified and competent to carry out any electrical work. Do not touch the terminals of a capacitor as it can cause an electric shock. So what is a capacitor? A capacitor stores electric charge. It's a little bit like a battery, except it stores energy in a different way. It can't store as much energy as a battery, although it can charge and release its energy much faster. This is very useful, and that's why you'll find capacitors used in almost every circuit board. So how does a capacitor work? I want you to first think of a water pipe with water flowing through it. The water will continue to flow until we shut the valve. Then no water can flow. However, if after the valve we first let the water flow into a tank, then the tank will store some of the water, but we will continue to get water flowing out of the pipe. Now when we close the valve, water will stop pouring into the tank, but we still get a steady supply of water out until the tank empties. Once the tank is filled again, we can open and close the valve as many times as we like. As long as we do not completely empty the tank, we will get an uninterrupted supply of water out of the end of the pipe. So we can use a water tank to store water and smooth out interruptions to the supply. In electrical circuits, the capacitor acts as the water tank and stores energy. It can release this to smooth out interruptions to the supply. If we turned a simple circuit on and off very fast without a capacitor, then the light will flash. But if we connect a capacitor into the circuit, then the light will remain on during the interruptions, at least for a short duration, because the capacitor is now discharging and powering the circuit. Inside a basic capacitor, we have two conductive metal plates, which are typically made from aluminium or aluminum, and these will be separated by dielectric insulating material such as ceramic. Dielectric means the material will polarize when in contact with an electric field, and we'll see what that means shortly. One side of the capacitor is connected to the positive side of the circuit, and the other side is connected to the negative. On the side of the capacitor, you will see a stripe and a symbol. This will indicate which side is the negative. If we were to connect a capacitor to a battery, the voltage will push the electrons from the negative terminal over to the capacitor. The electrons will build up on one plate of the capacitor, while the other plate in turn releases some electrons. The electrons can't pass through the capacitor because of the insulating material. Eventually, the capacitor is the same voltage as the battery, and no more electrons will flow. There is now a buildup of electrons on one side. This means we have stored energy and we can release this when needed. Because there are more electrons on one side compared to the other, and electrons are negatively charged, this means we have one side which is negative and one side which is positive. So there is a difference in potential or a voltage difference between the two. And we can measure this with a multimeter. Voltage is like pressure. When we measure pressure, we're measuring the difference or potential difference between 2 points. If you imagine a pressurized water pipe, we can see the pressure using a pressure gauge. The pressure gauge is comparing two different points also, the pressure inside the pipe compared to the atmospheric pressure outside the pipe. When the tank is empty, the gauge reads 0 because the pressure inside the tank is now equal to the pressure outside the tank. So the gauge has nothing to compare against. Both are the same pressure. The same with voltage. We're comparing the difference between 2 points. If we measure across a 1.5 volt battery, then we read a difference of 1.5 volts between each end. But if we measure the same end, then we read 0 because there's no difference and it's going to be the same. Coming back to the capacitor, we measure across and read a voltage difference between the two because of the buildup of electrons. We still get this reading even when we disconnect the battery. If you remember with magnets, opposites attract and pull towards each other. The same occurs with the buildup of negatively charged electrons. They are attracted to the positively charged particles of their atoms on the opposite plate, but they can never reach each other because of the insulating material. This pull between the two sides is an electric field, which holds electrons in place until another path is made. If we then place a small lamp into the circuit, a path now exists for the electrons to flow and reach the opposite side. So the electrons will flow through the lamp, powering it, and the electrons will reach the other side of the capacitor. This will only last a short duration though, until the buildup of electrons equalizes on each side. Then the voltage is 0. There is no pushing force and no electrons will flow. Once we connect the battery again, the capacitor will begin to charge. This allows us to interrupt the power supply, and the capacitor will provide power during these interruptions. So where do we use capacitors? They look a little bit different, but they're easy to spot. In circuit boards, they tend to look something like this. And we see them represented in engineering drawings with symbols like these. We can also get larger capacitors, which are used, for example, on induction motors, ceiling fans, and air conditioning units. We can get even larger ones, which are used to correct poor power factor in large buildings. On the side of the capacitor, we will find two values. These are the capacitance and the voltage. We measure capacitance of the capacitor in the unit of farads, which we show with a capital F, although we will usually measure a capacitor in microfarads. With microfarads, we just have a symbol before this, which looks something like a letter U with a tail. The other value is our voltage, which we measure in volts with a capital V. On the capacitor, the voltage value is the maximum voltage which the capacitor can handle. We've covered voltage in detail in a separate video. Do check that out, links down below. As I said, the capacitor is rated to handle a certain voltage. If we were to exceed this, then the capacitor will explode. Let's have a look at that in slow motion. Pretty cool. So why do we use capacitors? One of the most common applications of capacitors in large buildings is for power factor correction. When too many inductive loads are placed into a circuit, the current and the voltage waveforms will fall out of sync with each other, and the current will lag behind the voltage. We then use capacitor banks to counteract this and bring the two back into alignment. We've covered power factor before in great detail. Do check that out, links down below. Another very common application is to smooth out peaks when converting AC to DC power. When we use a full bridge rectifier, the AC sine wave is flipped to make the negative cycle flow in a positive direction. This will trick the circuit into thinking it's getting direct current. But one of the problems with this method is the gaps in between the peaks. But as we saw earlier, we can use a capacitor to release energy into the circuit during these interruptions, and that will smooth the power supply out to look more like a DC supply. We can measure the capacitance and the stored voltage using a multimeter. Not all multimeters have the capacitance function, but I'll leave a link down below for the model which I personally use. You should be very careful with capacitors. As we now know, they store energy and can hold high voltage values for a long time, even when disconnected from a circuit. To check the voltage, we switch to DC voltage on our meter, and then we connect the red wire to the positive side of the capacitor and the black wire to the negative side. If we get a reading of several volts or more, then we should discharge that by safely connecting the terminals to a resistor and continue to read the voltage. We want to make sure that it's reduced down into the millivolts range before handling it, else we might get a shock. To measure the capacitance, we simply switch the meter to the capacitor function. We connect the red wire to the positive side and the black wire to the negative side. After a short delay, the meter will give us a reading. We will probably get a reading close to the stated value, but not exact. For example, this one is rated at 1000 microfarads, but when we read it, we get a measurement of around 946. This one is rated at 33 microfarads, but when we measure it, we get around 36. Okay guys, that's it for this video, but to continue your learning, then check out one of the videos on screen now, and I'll catch you there for the next lesson. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, theengineeringmindset.com.
Okay, so that is quite quick, short video of capacitors. So I will send you the link to the chat. Okay. Go to that one. Got link and then in chat. Okay. Here that you can study more about the capacitors. Okay. And what I have here. Okay, I will share the screen about the screen on what? Quiz, right? Okay, this one. Share. So I'd like to invite you to join the quizzes sections about the capacitors. You can use any device. You can go to the join my quiz, joinmyquiz.com, joinmyquiz.com, and you can enter join code 925551. Okay, and then I will wait you here at the quizzes. Please join. You can use any your nickname or any kind, your full name. That's okay. Please, this one, join quiz, joinmyquiz.com. Please. Here, okay, you just click on the link. Now I'm waiting you at the Join My Quiz, please. Can you connect to the quizzes?
Gimana nih para mahasiswa bisa masuk ke linknya quiz ini?
Joinmyquiz.com.
Ya, bisa masuk atau tidak? Can you connect?
Saya Pak sedang mencoba untuk masuk.
Oke, nanti memberitahu ya kalau sudah bisa.
Yeah.
Just report to Mr. Buaravan ya. Jadi you already successful ya to get in the quiz gitu ya. Kalau sudah ya. Ya. Please let him know when you are already successful to get into the joinmyquiz.com.
Thank you, Jogo. We have Atika, Ruban, seven person right now. Wait for the remaining. Nali, C, Ruban T.
Agent John, there is Saida raise hand. Maybe she will ask a question. Maybe Saida, she raise hand. I think she will ask question for you to you.
Where I cannot see.
Oh, langsung diminta langsung.
I cannot see in chat.
You can see in participant not chat. Zaida, please turn on your speaker or unmute and ask the question. Zaida?
Or you can write in chat, but I try to see, but I cannot see the question in chat.
Or maybe Zaida just not means to raise hand.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, now we got the competitor in the join my quiz right now 17, but I think it should be 70 something. Why? So we still wait for others to join. Please 9255 and 1. Please.
They still try to join the quiz. Miss.
Okay, ครับผม วิทยา okay. Wow. Indraya. Ella. City. 27 now. 925551. We have 63 participants, so I guess that maybe around 55. Because we have the lecturer participate in the meeting as well. So we got 38 right now. Rama. Meso Fitria. Isa. Jehan. Rama. It's hard to. No. Afifa. Yeah, Afifa. Okay. It's okay with you, or we have to wait for others?
I think it's okay. We can start now, Ajahn.
We have like 46. Still be somebody. Okay, I can wait for maybe 1 or 2 minutes. That's okay. I think that's maybe a problem of connections. It's kind of internet connection, so quite slow. Okay, got it. This to be the number still. I think maybe 50. It's around here, 50.
Ajian, I think they are ready to join quiz. Maybe some of them problem in connection maybe.
Okay. So I go to share the quiz again. Okay, here. So we start right now. So you see the screen, right? Can you see the screen? Or not yet?
Not yet.
Not yet, sir.
Not yet, Ajian.
And right now, can you see the screen?
Not yet, sir.
What happened? Where did I go to? I think that.
Yeah, now I see your screen about join my quiz.
Okay, you see that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so start. It's a kind of delay. Great. Okay, I think that we got the winner. Reba what? Ariba 193122. I think that he is the winner because he caused a very higher score. Can I see your face, Ariba? Ariba, can I see your face? Where are you?
Who, Mr. Arifa?
Ariba Koranada.
Siapa
Aribah
ya?
Kotronada. Nada dari kelas C, Bu.
Nada, please show your face and give your smile.
Okay, please wait a minute.
If you are not, feel free to show your face. That's okay. That's okay. Maybe you are in that, or if you can, I really appreciate that. So Ajahn Vidi, please click the special score to Ariba. Okay. He or she? He.
She.
Yeah.
She.
She did a great job from the test. Okay, so please give her the special score. Okay,
Ariba.
now yeah, I saw you. Yeah. Hello, Ariba. You can turn on your microphone and then you can speak.
Unmute and say hello to Mr. Boraban.
Okay, so are you happy with the first rank today?
I cannot believe it first.
So you get a special score from Ajahn Vidi. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay, I have a small question just to wrap up, in case that to check that you understand the concept that I try to communicate to you today. So I start with the first question here. What chart is stored in okay, I put in chat, okay? First question. And I share the screen as well.
Please check in the chat room.
And here, okay, number one. Okay, number one and number three. Okay, number one and number three. Only two questions. If you can answer these two questions correctly, okay, we done, finish.
This
So you
question,
have to.
this question for all students or only for Ariba?
No, not Aliba. All students.
All students.
All students. Yeah. For Aliba, done. She did a great job. Yeah, she got a special credit. What chart is stored in 180 microfarad capacitor range, 120 voltage is applied to it, and okay, I think that's fine for only one question. I think that's okay. Okay, question number one, done. Just a quick check that you understand the formula and how to calculate for the voltage. Done. Okay. The question is in chat already. And then Atika Dawi answers. The first person get the special score. Ajahn Vidi, please. Atika Dawi is the first
Okay,
person
Ajahn.
to answer. Yeah.
Okay, now
Yes, correct. That one. And then, so this one, I have to draw it first. Yeah, this one, 100 microfarad, right? That is capacitance. And then voltage, 120. And then you calculate for the really the capacitance is about Q divided by V, but we would like to find Q, right? So Q is CV. So we just multiply to it. And then you got 216, right? So you can answer that millicoulomb, okay, or any kind format that you answer, maybe 2.16 multiplied by power of something. That's great. That's correct. Okay, so I appreciate your answer. Correct one. So in short, you can answer that. Millicoulomb. Okay. So I will send the file to Vidi. Vidi got my email.
Okay, Ajahn.
Vidi Cup, I will send you the files, the
Okay.
knowledge is that, and I like you to distribute to our students as
Okay,
well.
I will send it.
Okay, knowledge sheet. I will send it now. Capacitor. Okay. Okay. Got it. Test file. Okay. So for today, I think it's done for the sessions of capacitors. I hope that it not annoy you much about the maybe the difficulty in using a technology in meeting a large group like here. But I think that we try best. Your lecturer at the Yogyakarta University, State University, try best to deliver you the quality teaching and learning about the first physics concept today about capacitors. And I wish that if your questions is about anything that you would like to ask about capacitors, please email me. I can give the email to you later, or Ajahn Vidi can email to you. Okay. So thanks so much for the lesson today, and see you for the next lessons in the next Tuesday, right, Vidi?
Yeah, right. Okay, thank you, Ajahn John. We're happy to know about capacitor. For the next Tuesday, yeah, about capacitor in series and parallel, also energy stored in capacitor, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I will send the Zoom meeting to your messenger now. I will send it the link of Zoom to next meeting to your messenger. Okay, thank you very much, Ajahn.
ครับผม
Okay.
ขอบคุณครับอาจารย์
ครับผม Widodo.
There is a
Hello.
Widodo.
I'm sorry I cannot join full because I'm outside now.
In your garden, right?
No. I'm outside now.
Okay.
He's in
Come
right
on,
See you
now,
all
Ajahn.
next time. Bye bye. Thank you so much
Okay,
for
thank you
your
so much, Ajahn.
cooperation.
Thanks,
Bye
Krab.
bye. I'm happy to be there, to be here. Okay. Bye bye.
See you next time, next
See you
week,
next
Ajahn.
time.
Thank you,
ครับผม
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oke, terima kasih
Sir.
teman-teman semua. Minggu depan kita join lagi hari Selasa seperti tadi. Nanti linknya akan dikirim ke kelas masing-masing ya.
Baik, Bu.
Oke, terima kasih semuanya. Great job.
Yang tadi diminta oleh profesornya untuk dapat nilai tambahan sudah disampaikan ke Pak Joko untuk dapat nilai tambahan. Jadi besok
Pak
minggu
Joko
depan
dan Pak Al.
Pak Joko dan Pak Al. Jadi teman-teman besok kalau misalnya ada yang kuis-kuis kayak itu semangat ya, karena nanti nilainya juga bisa dikonversi sama pengampunya.
Ya, karena ini kuliah dosennya tambahan dari luar seperti itu. Jadi masuk juga ke kompetensi mata kuliah listrik magnet juga dengan Pak Joko dan Pak Al. Gitu. Kelas A Pak Al, kelas C Pak Joko atau kebalik ya? Betul ya?
Iya, betul.
Terima kasih banyak. Besok Selasa, jadi masih 3 kali Selasa. Kita join lagi, kita belajar hal baru lagi. Meskipun mungkin ada beberapa konten yang sudah disampaikan juga oleh Pak Joko dan Pak Al. Tapi tidak ada salahnya kita belajar dari, biasanya dipanggilnya Ajahn John. J-O-R-N gitu, Ajahn. Jadi kalau di sana Bu atau Pak atau guru itu panggilannya Ajahn, seperti itu. Kemudian nama panggilan beliau itu biasanya John, J-O-R-N, gitu. Jadi teman-teman bisa panggil itu juga. Oke. Gitu ya, terima kasih banyak. Mungkin boleh leave kalau nanti mau memutar ulang, Bu Laifan sudah ada streaming YouTube-nya, nanti Bu dikirim. Gitu ya. Terima kasih banyak semuanya. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh. Terima kasih, Bapak.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you, sir.
Mbak Laifa, jangan lupa di stop recordingnya, minta disimpan dulu ya.